Hello and welcome back to another beta video. Yes, I've been working on a few more custom blocks over the last couple of days, but yesterday we actually got a new beta, which is actually a .57 now rather than being a 56. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why this update actually made a bit of an issue for me, and it actually caused my little add-on I put together to crash. Now, I am going to post a little screenshot on the video here, just what I did to fix this. Now, I don't know why this is, but the format version, if you're playing on this beta and you've been making custom blocks and items, for items it needs to be .1.16.100, whereas a block, for me personally, I don't know why, I know others have left it as they have, but for me personally, it has to be 1.16.0, and it stopped the crashing. But anyway, yes, it's my little testing world. I've only set up a basic little example here of what I've been up to. But I wanted to make this little video to show you some other cool ideas and things that I've come up with involving custom blocks. And what we can actually do using events and stuff like that, okay? So I got two buttons here. One of them will put me into creative. One of them will put me into survival. And I got a chest here, and you might already guess this. We got some custard crops, guys. So I can actually only plant these on fertile soil. Now, if you change this to, if you don't have water there, sorry, and you try to plant this, it will not actually work. It has to be fertile, which is quite strange. But anyway, I'm going to plant all these here. As you can see, I can plant them quite quickly. But I've actually done a little bit of a sneaky thing here, and you can see the hitbox is like this sort of size. If I actually sneak, this block will detect when I interact with it, and I hit sneak, and it will actually start ticking and growing only when I actually interact with it. And as you can see, it became a dirt little plant here. Hopefully I can show you this in action. There you go. So that's how it looks like when it's fully grown. But if you actually continue to interact with it, I don't know if you played Java mods or something. Most of the Java mods, there is a mod out there which you can instantly replant it again. And as you can see, every time I do this, I'm getting something called a dirt pollen, I've called this. And I can actually make some dirt with that. Pretty self-explanatory. So this is obviously heavily inspired by a Java mod that I'm playing right now called Harvest Block. If you haven't even heard of it or seen it or saw it or whatever, I will have an iCard pop up and you can obviously see my inspiration here. So as you can see, over time, these will just tick randomly and start kind of upgrading. So there's actually 7 plant stages like this, and then the last one will always be the crop kind of style, okay, like i.e. the dirt actual flower, if you like. So next to it I got another one here, and this is stone seeds, okay, and I can plant all these, the same sort of thing, nothing too fancy here, but these ones will grow a lot quicker and they will also replant themselves, okay. So what I'm going to do is just hit game rules, sorry, not mode. And then I'm just going to type in ticking to do tick speed. And I'm just going to set this to 10 just to speed it up a tiny little bit so you can see. If I hit F1 here, you'll probably see these grow in action. But yes, I kind of pinched these kind of textures. I've added a couple of extras though from Mystical Agriculture, obviously. But you can see they have fully grown, and randomly they will just replant themselves over time and spit out some stone essence. And I kind of modified the texture. It's basically the same as the dirt one, but there we go. I am not doing that, as you saw. Hopefully we can get another example here in the background. I am not even anywhere near this, and over time it will just, hopefully that one, there you go. It will just pop off itself, which is quite nice. Again, this is only the beginnings. I probably could do a lot more than this. But anyway, I'm going to put that back to 1 because I don't want to cause any issues here. And we're just going to collect all this up. I don't know if I did a recipe for that. Yes, I did. I couldn't remember. But yes, the next one is a pretty favourite, funny one of mine. This is a crafting table seed. And it can only be placed on dirt. And it's got the same mechanic as the other one over there, but it's a lot quicker, look. But it becomes a crafting table plant. And this is how you actually make the seeds look. I think I'm losing the plot with this, right? Surely I am. That, I think, is brilliant, though. And obviously, if you break these, you do get essence back in. Well, not essence, pollen I'm calling it, just to be a bit different. You do get this back in exchange, look. But obviously, to get them, yeah, you're going to have to get seeds. So in all honesty, I can make hundreds of these plants and full on make a proper sky block with all this. But that's something I'm thinking about doing. But currently right now, as I said at the start, this beta is absolutely buggy. It's riddled with bugs involving these. Every time I save and quit this world, my game completely shuts down and crashes. So hopefully it doesn't do that whilst I'm recording here. But anyway, I'm going to put all those bits away. So I thought that was quite cool. I can make crops, yeah? Which is nice. And obviously I can change a lot of things. I could change what they need to be grown on or whatever. So I was just kind of showing you here. I could change the crops to grow only on mycelium or whatever. I haven't actually got any plants in there. I was going to make a little toasty plant for Groover Guy, but I'm kind of running out of time this morning. But anyway, next I kind of want to come up with this idea of golden sugarcane. And I just wanted to see if this was actually possible. And it kind of is. So unfortunately, I can't change the sound of when a block is placed. But over time, this will just randomly tick and just grow. Grow up and up and up. But it can only be placed on itself and sand. So let me put one here. I could only put one on top of it, look. And I can just put another one there. So you can walk through this. It's pretty cool. And for example, if I break these, oops, and yeah, I'll always get a item back, even if the top one did break. So again, I'll probably leave these just growing. There we go, that one just grew, as you saw. And yeah, pretty cool. Also, I wanted to go ahead and make myself a flower. Absolutely awful texture, but I'm just kind of showing you it's totally possible. I don't really know what that is. It's supposed to be a blue rose, but I gave it a go, right? It's got its own little hitbox. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make the block change. And that's another thing. I don't know how we stop that from doing that as well as such yet. Because I think it's still acting like it's a full-on block. But yeah, if I break it, I get the flower back. And I actually did try and attach a dye powder to this in the item. You'll understand if you've been looking into this. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do anything. And what's going on here? There's an X stuck through the crafting table right there. And it's a bit weird, isn't it? That's got to be a bug. All with an X. Oh, God. This is riddled with bugs, this update, unfortunately. But yes, you can see these are growing. Lovely. Absolutely perfect. The only thing is, there's a bit of a weird bug here. I don't know if this is me. I could change this, but I can see... I can see nothing when I'm inside it, look. But if I go third person, a bit strange. I'm sure there is a fix for that. I'm more than certain there is, to be fair. Anyway, I wanted to make a couple of extra blocks here, which are a bit more like redstone-y involved. And this is kind of what I've come up with. So these are a couple of textures that I might have pinched from certain mods from Java. You know, for testing purposes, it's a lot quicker, really, just to kind of pinch the texture from a Java mod. But basically, these two things will only work if they're placed next to a redstone block. So I kind of thought, oh, it's a bit like it's giving it power, okay? Unfortunately, this is the best we can do right now. But if I stick this to any side of it, it's powered, okay? Now, I could easily change the texture when I actually interact with this. But to turn these on, you have to interact, and then they light up, look. And now this one generates random, like, ores or cobblestone above it. Now, I can change this to probably do it all the way around it if I really wanted to. Or I could even do other things, probably. It's only a matter of time. Dan just got to think about what he's going to do here. But anyway, the other one is actually a personal favorite here. This one will actually generate items right above it or kind of around it, which is quite funky. I quite like this. So this actually uses loot tables, so you can kind of just set up anything. I'm just kind of showing you, I've got a bit of random items here. Damage values work, enchantments work, and I kind of just settled this up as a bit of a farming thing. But if I turn this off and if I break this and turn this off like so, you'll see they will not generate any more items. So it only works whenever I actually interact with it, which is pretty cool. And it also works, look, even if I'm holding a tool, which is quite nice. So all in all, I think this is pretty cool. But the other thing, which is really, really nice. Oh, that gave me a bit of cobble. It's a bit weird. I don't know why that gave me a bit of cobble. Maybe it switched just as... Yeah, there we go. I think it might have switched just as I went to break it. But the other thing which is really cool, if I actually turn this off and break this redstone block, I actually get the actual items back, which is quite nice. Because before, when I was playing around and testing with it, I was only getting the actual redstone block. Now, I've actually got my old emerald pickaxe from my previous video. Now, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if this is a bug or they've changed something actually in the, you know, the current update of this beta or in the components or in the coding or whatever. But for example, I'm in survival and I break this piece of grass. The pickaxe will actually break, even though it's got a durability of 3,331 or something like that. It instantly breaks. Now, this happens with all tools. And also, another bug I've noticed is something to do with armors are not working for me anymore. I don't know if it's something to do, again, with my components and what I've put in my code, but hey-ho. And lastly, I just wanted to talk to you about this. So, if I give myself a DRP, the classic dirt sapling that we've all seen about a million times, right? There we go. If I place this down, you're going to see this gobbledygog of text pop up, I think, once it tries to tick. Basically, we can run commands or execute commands from blocks using events, okay? Now, unfortunately, in this current update and the previous one on 56, it doesn't seem to work. So it's a bit of a shame, really, because I could actually make a sapling that would actually grow, you know, using a function. I basically could just make a function that simulates a tree or whatever, and it will set all the blocks into a tree. But unfortunately, like I say, with this current update or with the betas as they are right now, they're a bit buggy. I don't think it's really very stable right now, I guess. Let me just put this back up to like 100 and you'll see this, what I'm talking about. Hopefully, if I left it on there. Maybe I didn't. I might have removed it for me. Oh, there we go. You can see command response could not compile commands. Now this is every time it's saying that error, that means it's trying to do it, but it can't. Honestly, I've set a function up for us to change into a tree. Oh my god, better turn it off. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, it's not working right now. The execute, unfortunately, which is a real bummer because, I mean, executing commands from blocks. My god. Oh, this is huge. Anyway, last thing I wanted to do is kind of implement this, what I'm talking about with this executing command, into a conveyor belt. So what I'm going to do is just clear my hotbar here, get rid of everything I've got. I'm going to just take out everything I've got here. So I just placed down a redstone block, and if I place this little block here, which is going to generate me items like so, I can then use the conveyor belt I've made, which was, again, just to test to see how carpets look with the custom blocks. Everything works perfectly. So yeah, I could just set up this like this. Wherever the arrow is facing is the way the actual item will kind of like go, if that makes sense. So obviously if I place the arrow like this, there we go. It's a bit fiddly. There we go. Like so, and I can't really do this one. Unfortunately, I have set up a bit of block rotation with this, but it kind of goes funky. Ready? It's a bit weird. It's hard to get the hitbox. There we go. It's not quite right. I need to play and adjust these kind of cardinal rotations. But anyway, I could just put that one there, I guess. And what I could do then is literally put one on top of this as well, maybe. And we can hit that. And hopefully it will generate items. And they will go... There we go. They will go all the way over here. Like so. And technically that's kind of like a conveyor belt, right? Put a hopper in there, look. And they should get collected. Ooh, that chest bug's still in this. Interesting. But yeah, I've obviously done that by using player animations, unfortunately, because the execute command, like I said, with the sapling, doesn't work. So I wanted to just make sure I could detect my custom block with functions, and I can. So obviously, if I, you know, set this up as an execute, I wouldn't need it to be attached to the player animations or scripts. So I think I'm going to end it there, guys. So thank you very much for watching, as always. And thank you very much for all the support on these latest beta videos. This will probably be the last one I do for a while because I'm kind of waiting for a stable release, really. And I need to think about what I want to do in the future with all this stuff. I definitely could see me making some sort of like harvest block kind of map, potentially. or any kind of map. But I would like to have a go at making some more nice machines. And hopefully in the future we can do more things like bigger crafting tables and furnaces. You know, make your own furnaces or something. I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, I'm DanRobzProbz. Thank you very much for watching as always. And I shall catch you next time. Bye!